Hi, welcome back. So today I am going to be doing a very interesting concept. I thought it would be really cool if I get Retray here and kind of turn it into a memory demon. So what I'm kind of thinking is kind of something with invisible gameplay, kind of similar to Piang Ang that I beat quite a while ago. And you can see that you can't really see what platforms you're hitting. You can see there's like some slight visual indicators, but you really cannot tell where you're going. This is probably my favorite insane demon in the game, not gonna lie. So yeah, I want to kind of make something similar to that, but apply it to Retray. Everyone knows Retray, right? It's a classic. Basically, there's just a hell of a lot of room here that we can use. I just died to Retray. Oh no, dude, oh no. So I guess let's just make a copy of this and let's start. But before we do, of course, please consider gliding right into that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So I want to set some ground rules for this. First of all, I don't want to change any of the existing gameplay. I think that should be fairly easy to do. And this is kind of a buffing in sorts, but I'm not going to be calling it buffing because I want every single thing I do to be invisible. So is there an invisible group here? Doesn't look like there is. So I'm going to get the next free group, which is 69. Okay, that's amazing. How did that work out like that, bro? So yeah, group 69 is going to be our invisible group. It'll be kind of hard to do stuff in this beginning part. I think to demonstrate this best, I'm going to go into this ship part. So I'm going to go onto a new layer here, and I want to make a little bit of gameplay that we can do invisible. Now, obviously, that's going to be really hard with just controlling the ship midair, so it's going to involve a lot of like landing on blocks like that, and then hitting your head on stuff and all sorts of different things. So I'm thinking I'll have this be kind of like an indicator for when you need to go up. Well, actually, you just need to click this orb because I want to have like a green orb in here that you click, maybe. Something like that could be cool. So that looks kind of like weird and kind of bad, right? But what I'm going to do is add this to group 69. And then if we hop in normal mode, we will see that. Like that, yes. For now, I'm not going to have it be invisible yet, but I will make it invisible. So I need to be able to have it like go by feel. So what do I want to do down here? There's actual visual indicators here with these. So I could make it so you have to go up there. And then I'll put some more blocks up here that you kind of fall onto in a way. And then I'll put a big orb in here just to make it a little bit more forgiving. I don't want this to be like extreme demon difficulty. Kind of around a similar difficulty to Piang Ang, I think is what I want to go for, right? Now, something else I can do is I can use these squares that pulse on as visual indicators. Now, at the moment, you can just kind of go like this. So I need to make sure that you can't skip anything. And the way I'm going to do that is just basically by blocking stuff off, really, right? Yeah. So this is blocked off. I need to make it so you have to hit that orb, otherwise you die. I mean, to be fair, I need to make sure you go up here, so I'll add a half spike here maybe, and then half space that. There's going to be a lot of half spacing in this probably. So let's take a look at this in normal mode with being able to see it, and then let's see if we can do it without being able to see it. Yeah, like that. That's pretty good. All right. Oh my god, it's completely gone. Let's see how we go with this. Oh no, dude. Yeah, that is not forgiving at all, dude. I'm realizing that you can't actually see that visual indicator for a while, so maybe using that as a visual indicator is not the best idea. Okay, so I guess let's continue this then, right? Alright, so a lot of this is more of the same, so I'm gonna speed through this a little bit. Just building more gameplay that you can kind of go by feel, right? A lot of dunking your head, a lot of landing on platforms and falling off them. Basically trying to create as many visual indicators and visual cues as I can just by moving the player. Because of course I can't have anything visual to show it, so you have to kind of go by feel of what your player is doing at the time, right? I also actually did go ahead and make a coin route here, so you do something special to get that coin. It's basically a difficult timing that you can't see, so it is a lot more challenging than just going the normal way. But yeah, back to the general gameplay. This took me quite a while at first because I have never really tried this before. I've never really made gameplay with the intention of you not being able to see any of it. So it's hard to judge difficulty with it, so I had to go back and kind of play test a bunch, tweak a bunch of timings, tweak a bunch of things, kind of just go back and forth between the editor and play testing. And so just this ship part took me around 30 to 40 minutes, which is a little bit ridiculous, but it's my first part, so it took the longest by far out of any of the other parts. But you know what? I think I got the hang of it towards the end, and I'm actually really happy with how this part turned out, so let's take a look. Nice, yes. Oh my god, that is quite literally the first time I've done a full run of that part. So here is what all of the final layout looks like. It's a lot of objects. I might do a couple things like make this a little bit more forgiving because it wasn't that forgiving for a bit. For the most part, I'd call that complete. Now, I haven't actually done anything for this beginning part, and I don't know what I want to do for this beginning part, to be honest with you. First jump, I'll keep the same. And then the second jump, I'll add a pink orb here, and then kind of some spikes down the below right here. Maybe put some objects where like these lines are, so you have to kind of... Oh, those lines move off. Something like that, and then you fall down and then hit an orb like this type thing. Just to kind of introduce the concept of invisible objects being used here, right? And then I can go ahead, of course, and just add some invisible spikes down here. Very simple, but it should work. I'm gonna add those all to group 69. What I'll also do, just to be kind, is I'll add a bunch of J blocks here, just so that when you like click that blue orb, you won't jump right after it, right? So you don't have to micro click it. Nice, okay. Okay, so now onto this UFO part. What do I want to do for this? Been recording for about 40 minutes now. We've got the first two parts complete. This, I can use visual indicators of like these. So I want to make it so, maybe you have to land on that, but you have to jump before you reach those. And then you have to go up to the top there, kind of like sinking the da-da-da-da. And then I kind of want to do a green orb like that. Just like, I don't know, that kind of a thing. I want it to sink. This might be a little bit too free floaty for the gameplay. I'm not 100% sure. That could work. How do I make it so you can't survive if you don't do that? What if I just do the simple way of just putting spikes here, adding them to a new group, which is 70, and then making 70 toggle off if you hit here? They toggle off if you go up there? Yeah. Why is that scaled up? Why? And of course, I'm going to have to add some other structures around the place just to make sure that you go and do all this gameplay. Something like that, yeah. So that's kind of like not fully in sync, but it is a little bit in sync still. And then I'll do the big orb thing over here. So it has a big orb that you have to click and then land on a platform there. And then I'll have you jump into another one of these gaps, maybe put a spike there. So you have to bonk your head on that. And just to make sure that this transition is a little bit more consistent, I'll go ahead and put a slope going down like that, and then put some more things like that. Maybe I'll put the slope there. Okay, that's fairly easy to remember if you just remember the click pattern for it, right? Okay, that is that part done. So now the ball part. All right. We're getting through these quicker now. Speaking of going through these quicker, I'm going to speed up this ball part quite a bit as well. This was kind of a lot more of the same, to be honest. I feel like I made this part a little bit harder, but I feel like it was also a bit easier to memorize what you needed to do, so I think that's fine. Also, this part does include a coin, and yes, I gave it a coin route, of course. I don't know, not much else to say here, just kind of more of the same. And then I want to make it so you have to straight fly through this, because I think that would be really kind of funny. I'll nerf that straight fly a little bit to make it a little bit more forgiving, but I do want to have some straight fly in there. Oh my god. Yes, okay, there we go, dude. Okay, so now moving on to this ship part. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, just as like a fun little transition bit, is put some spikes here and then put a couple spikes here, so you have to go up midway through that. Ship parts are really kind of hard to do with this. So come down here, and then maybe towards the edge, I'm going to have, I need to go into layer 10. Have an invisible orb right there, like that you have to hit and then hold into something. Maybe a slope like that. And then you kind of keep holding until you hit this platform here where you have to let go. And then that, yes, that perfectly lines you up with this. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, neat. So now I can go ahead and add a spike there, maybe. Add a spike here, half space that so that you have to go up there. Maybe make it so you have to go through old mate here. So I'll add a spike here and maybe up the top like this, just so that you have to go through that little minion guy, because that's like a visual indicator, right? Go through that guy and then land on the bottom here, maybe. And then maybe I can have a pad in there. Why not? And then I can add a small platform there, maybe. Just more like basic normal things, right? I don't know. Again, I hope this commentary isn't too terrible. I'll even make it so you have to do a bit of straight-ish fly here. So you kind of like land on that platform, straight fly across to this platform. That could be kind of funny. like that. I think that part's a hell of a lot easier to do than the first ship part because I've got a lot of visual indicators to work with, right? The first ship part in this level, it was just like blocks floating that pulsed very occasionally. It was kind of hard to work with that, but with this, there's a lot of like structures I could work off of, which I think is good. I know I literally made this level, but like I'm still struggling with it. Nice. Okay, finally. Ugh. We are now onto the wave part, which is about 50% of the way through, I think. Okay, how on earth am I going to do this? I'm actually kind of worried about this. I do kind of know what I want to do for this. This should be fairly easy, actually. I can like pick which arrows I want you to have to go through. So like you have to go through the second to top one. But for the parts in between, like I don't want that to just be it, right? Okay, so this is probably just going to involve a lot of D blocks, to be honest. So what I honestly might do is create a custom object like that. So I can just draw with a D block. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, and then I can do more D blocks up. So you have to go up like that and then make it so you have to go through that. So the way I can do that, I guess, is just with slopes, right? Oh no. This is really, really hard to do, not gonna lie, because like I have never really thought about a wave part like this. I think that gap looks kind of tight, but it's fairly open because of these other slopes down the bottom. You can see there's quite a wide window there for me to click. And then maybe I can put some more up here. And then maybe I can have like a little spam section here. You can see it judging from where these blocks are, right? So you can feel where those blocks are and then kind of spam there. And then of course, copy paste these guys over here and make it so you have to go through that one. Okay, and then just kind of do more similar type gameplay, right? I don't know how original I can be in this wave part, to be honest. It's kind of hard. I'm eating a cookie. Maybe I should have started the recording after I ate the cookie, but anyway. So this wave part, this was kind of difficult, to be honest. It was kind of split up into segments divided by these things with the arrows. And there wasn't really too much to work with in this part, so I kind of just had to create things out of thin air. And I tried to do different kind of gimmicks for each part. So one had a blue orb, a few of them had you sliding, a few of them had you sliding and dropping off things. One of them you just had to go up and spam up the top. Just a bunch of different things in between each divider. I don't know, it was kind of hard to be creative with this part, but I feel like I did a pretty decent job. Yes, yes, finally. Oh my god, that took about half an hour. Yeah, the wave is definitely the hardest part of this level, dude. Dude, okay, one part left. The UFO, I mean, I could do something in the middle here. No, I'm not gonna do anything in the middle. I'm just gonna go straight to the UFO part, I think. Now, this part already has some invisible objects, as you can see if I turn on hitboxes. It's got slopes here, so you like can't die in this section. I could just delete those, but no, I'm not deleting any gameplay. I'm probably gonna have to just keep the hitboxes on for this, to be honest. I don't know. I'll scale this up and then shift this down like so. So it's like as soon as you land. And then make it so you do and you land on here maybe. Or I could do it as a thing where you like go into here. I think if I half space that, you should survive, right? Okay, so that puts you up like that, and then maybe fall, like that type of thing. And then, okay, this isn't removing the original gameplay. This is adding something over the top. And then spam up there. Oh no, you just get flinged down there. I'll put a few red orbs here and then make them multi-activate, so it just like makes the spamming a little bit easier. And then the spamming will come to an abrupt halt when you get to there. Okay, so I've got some gameplay here. Now I need to add a bunch of spikes, of course, just to make sure that you can't skip anything, of course. All right. Okay, and now to make it all invisible. It's already like partially invisible just because it's like dark. Okay, let's give this a go in normal mode then. I think for this end part, I'm just gonna leave it as is, but I wanna have a way of testing your gravity because I want you to have to be right way up here, right? Just add a cube portal here. Yeah, so if you don't click it, you should die to those spikes. And then if you do click it, you should go into that portal. All right, cool. All right, and that is the level, I guess, completed. Yeah. I'm not gonna verify this today because I'm really running out of time, but I will show you a bottom completion of it. First without hitboxes and then with hitboxes on. So I guess let's get into the showcase then. Alright, boom. That is the showcases. Yo, 100 times 2? No, did that? Alright, cool. Bang, bang, bang. No sea tray. That's gonna be the name of this level because there's no seeing in this tray, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so that is no sea tray. Yeah, so this level isn't properly verified. I will be working on verifying this, and once I do, I will post a clip on the second channel. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, that should be there, so link will be in the iCards and in the description. Anyway, I am gonna upload this, even though I haven't verified it yet, just so I can put the ID in this video. Retray, but it's a memory demon now. Here is the ID right here if you want to play it for yourself, give it a go, but I do warn you, it is quite difficult. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I kind of recorded half of this and then edited that half, and then I've recorded the other half, and now I'm gonna edit this. But I'm really actually happy with how the first half of the video turned out, at least. Hopefully the second half is still good as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you later.